My name is Lin Sin. Today is the 1-month anniversary of me and my girlfriend. His face was bright and smiling. He held a bouquet of roses in his hand and called out, Lu Cheng, I like you very much. Later, where else should we go to celebrate? A blonde girl with red lips looks very beautiful, but her voice is extremely deep. Lin Sin. Then, she said, let's break up. Look, you, I stand tall and noble. Standing sideways and speaking with an arrogant expression. Wearing a tight black dress with diamonds that shows off my hot body and long legs. From that moment on, I knew I was abandoned. I'm not willing. He reached out and called the name. Lu Cheng, don't go. See if you can hold on to any feelings. Then from somewhere, a luxury car passed him quickly, startling him. The car parked in front of the woman. The woman just dumped him. Looking at it, it seemed to be some rich guy. Wearing a watch, he slowly took off his glasses and opened his mouth to say to the other woman, Lu Cheng, happy birthday, I'm late. Then I saw that girl jumping up and hugging him and making fun of him. Disgusting. Why did you come now? It's causing me to be entangled with him. It's so annoying. I look like a cat and a chicken. Without waiting there, the other guy continued, we went to the National Gold Center and took you to a high-end restaurant and bought you a gift. I blamed the guy named Lin Sin for having to watch them make love. And that guy stole his girlfriend away. The glue guy showed off his smug face to provoke him. My friend, if you want to flirt with a girl, you have to have money. Look at yourself. Do you think you're worthy? His hand on the other girl's hips. Lin Sin stood there, clutching the bouquet of flowers, still unable to believe that he had a cuckold on his head. Many whispers around were taunting the young boy. Look, that's not Lin Sin, our school's famous liar, in pursuit of Lu Cheng. Leaving early and coming home late to work part-time. Saving money to buy gifts for people. 2 people whispering, the other talking, the other listening. It's so funny. Lost. Watching Lin Sin try so hard for so long. The result was snatched away by the newly appeared rich man. After all, he has money. Lin Sin's emotions are now very chaotic. His legs fell to the ground. Why is it like that? Just because I'm poor, I'm a foolish girl. So, my sincere heart is trampled like that. Negative emotions are surrounding my mind. All these years, because of pursuing, what did I do to her? He gritted his teeth in unwillingness. Angry because he had wasted all his effort with an ungrateful person all these years. Because he was so miserable, he silently swore to himself that he would never be honest with her. Become like that again. Then a voice rang out in his head. Ding ting. Activating the billionaire counterattack system. The system was binding. Then appeared on his personal board. He suddenly exclaimed, counterattack money, trillion, system. Before he could calm down, the system spoke up, including trillions of assets, inviting the host to freely spend. No matter how much you spend, 1% can be converted into your personal assets. After listening to this, you are still in surprise. Trillion, I can spend as I please. The system continues. Yes, but please pay attention. Counterattack assets can only be used to counterattack. Work, spending for female students. All personal expenses not related to this will be deducted from my personal account. He shouted in panic, my personal account is only 138. That's a refund. Return the money spent. As long as you spend more money, your personal wealth will increase faster. Now you are very excited. The counterattack, now, begins. At the Billion Dat commercial area. The reserved area for the upper class people. I came here, thinking in my head, but, first I have to find a tester. There are really many people at this milk tea party. Suddenly I realized something. Is she? Luo Yaxi, Lu Cheng's roommate. She was wearing a figure-flattering halter dress. Just looked at the woman. 3 seconds later the system opened up that girl's information. He went to say hello, but okay, this girl's feelings don't seem to be very good. Can Luo Yaxi bother you a little? She replied with a surprised look on her face. Lin Sin, why are you? Come to me to help pursue Lu Cheng. Haven't let you spoke up. She interrupted. Don't think anymore. Advise him to give up. Now she has a boyfriend who is a wealthy rich man. His face looked disinterested, then said, haha, you misunderstood. Okay, I just wanted to invite you to have a cup of milk tea. Then he thought to himself, experimenting with you first. She showed a surprised look on her face. Invited me to drink milk tea. Then flatly refused. No need, we're not close. And this isn't ordinary milk tea. Look carefully. A cup of milk tea costs the same as your 10 days' food. Can you invite me? She sat on the chair proudly, smiling, incontinence on the lips. Behind the long line waiting to buy milk tea, they kept jostling each other and pointing at Lin Sin, in front. If you want to buy, hurry up, we've been in line for a long time. A girl standing next to me also replied. Yes, I still want to take pictures to post on Weibo. Don't delay, my face is looking forward to it right now. Everyone calm down, wait for me a bit. He slammed his hand on the table and asked the employee, the milk tea seller, how many cups were left. The employee turned around and replied, there are still 180 cups left. Okay, he shouted loudly, I bought all of these 180 cups of milk tea. Shocking both the employee and the other girl. He also said that everyone he met had to have a share. It was like Luo Yaxi invited everyone to drink. Luo Yaxi was completely shocked and just wanted to tell you clearly that he was afraid that because his girlfriend had just broken up with him. He couldn't think clearly. What? The entire 180 cups of milk tea are tens of thousands of yuan. Lin Sin, think carefully, don't do anything wrong. I still pretend I didn't hear anything. Little sister, swipe your card. A ding rang out. You had successfully paid 39.800 yuan. He stood there arrogantly waving his hand, bothering to pack for everyone. Don't make people wait too long. The employee replied, regaining her composure. Yes, yes. Everyone around them had happy faces and eyes as bright as headlights. Praising Lin Sin. Wow, I didn't expect him to really buy it. So handsome. This brother is too strong. Could it be that he takes it seriously? Luo Yaxi. At this moment, Luo Yaxi's favorability has increased. Speechless. Lin Sin spoke up. Luo Yaxi, I still have something I want to ask you for help with. What's going on? Help me spend some money. At a certain shopping store, Gelled Hair spoke up. Lu Cheng, I have long wanted to buy this bag for you. It's just that my mother said I was wasting my money before. And today I bought it like that. That's enough. He looked annoyed, showing an unwilling face. That bad boy said, Lu Cheng, if you want to pass the test of your future mother-in-law, you must have a good performance now. I understand. Then don't buy it. She thought to herself. I'm sorry, the things I bought today add up to a few zeros for this bag. But to marry into a rich family, I have to be patient. Suddenly she heard her roommate's voice from afar and immediately turned around to look. Lin Sin, how about this bag? This is a limited edition. And it's also a store item of this store. Worth 38W. Do you mind taking this? At this moment, Lin Sin was thinking, let me see. Then that girl spoke up. Lin Sin, Luo Yaxi, why are you two here? I know, it's just stalking. I was kicked out. I begged Nanha Hai to come and act to annoy me. Didn't I already tell you clearly? We broke up. Why do you deserve it? How disgusting. His face darkened and he opened his mouth to say, who is following you? I came here with someone else to buy handbags. She continued to scream at him. He went to Hermes with someone else to buy handbags. Can't you find a better excuse? Don't puff your cheeks and pretend to be rich. Suddenly a system voice rang in his head, opening a counterattack mission. Now he could see her information before his eyes. Lu Cheng, if we broke up then it wouldn't matter anymore. It has nothing to do with you where I want to go. Don't wave your arms and legs like that. Do you think I'm still the same person as before? She laughed contemptuously. I'm dying of laughter. It's only been a few hours. Could it be that he's gone from being a poor guy to a second-generation rich guy? According to her head, minus 25% of his favorability level appears on her head. That guy's face also looks smug. He laughed and said, dude, don't talk nonsense. If you have the courage, buy that bag. Lin Sin smiled cunningly. Let me think. The other two still didn't give up. Ha. As expected they couldn't buy it, knowing it would be difficult to leave. At this moment he had a radiant face. Only bought one bag. As expected that's not enough. He called the nearby employee to come over. Please bother me a bit. Then he raised his hand to announce. Everything in this store was packed for me. Making Luo Yaxi's face. That woman, the ex-lover and the employee both exclaimed in surprise. What? I bought 'em all. Lin Sin closed the order in front of Luo Yaxi's admiring eyes and the stunned bewilderment of Lu Cheng and the young master she had just captured. The god of wealth is coming. The god of wealth is coming. Lady, the officer smiled warmly and quickly handed the payment card machine to Lin Xin and announced the amount. Sir, a total of 1132,000. Wang Xiao was indescribably shocked when he heard the price. But he couldn't lose it. If you have that ability, I will stand on a banana and eat soy sauce. Hey friend, don't be so quick to bet alone. Especially with the main male lead. More stories. A minute of silence for Wang Xiao. Not only him, Lu Cheng also exclaimed in disbelief. Lin Xin, are you crazy? A gentleman only needs to act without words. Lin Xin takes unlimited card for quick payment. The machine signals, ticks, and swipes the card successfully. Paid 1,132,000 yuan. All store staff were happy to thank the golden owner for today's completion quota for the store. Lin Xin held the powerful card in front of Wang Xiao and provoked him. I didn't expect that Wang Xiao had such talent. Just in time. It opened my eyes. What a laugh at the person from the other day. The next day you laughed. I would like to ask Wang Xiao. Do you need a technician to film you performing handstands? I'll get a cheap price. Speaking of Luo Yaxi, now in her eyes, Lin Xin is truly a god. Her heart suddenly also a bit shaken. It's a bad thing to eat. Wang Xiao panicked when he learned that Lin Xin actually had the ability to pay that huge amount of money. Lu Cheng didn't have to think about how he would react. His eyes were and his mouth was looking at the ex-girlfriend he once despised. He now has such bravery. She must be very sorry. Wang Xiao wondered how Lin Xin had that much money. The system continuously pinged ding notification that Luo Yaxi and Lu Cheng's favorability index had increased rapidly. Luo Yaxi's total favorability score was currently 42%. She happily jumped into Lin Xin's arms and said, unlike some people, on the outside they are affectionate towards their girlfriends. But on the inside they don't want to waste even a little money. Looking at Luo Yaxi getting a bargain, how could Lu Cheng let himself lose to his friends? Turning to ask for the young master's boyfriend, Wang Xiao sweated all over his head, quickly playing cards with Lu Cheng. Lu Cheng, we don't agree with them. Only the newly rich go around showing off their bodies. Now, doing such a meaningless job like this. A genuine second-generation rich man like you, acting humbly, while he was preaching moral songs. Two women passed by in front of the store and saw. Yes, seems like he encountered someone he knew. Indeed, Wang Xiao. The loud call came from a middle-aged woman, who was wearing designer clothes and looked very rich. Wang Xiao turned around and almost saw her. Her soul flew away, her face drained of blood. She stammered in response. Sister Wen, why are you here? What are you doing here? The woman named Sister Wen shouted as she gave it to Wang's mother. Xiao slapped her hard. It turned out that Wang Xiao had betrayed her. She cursed again. I bought you clothes, shoes, watches, even lent the car to drive. You could secretly looking for a mistress behind my back. You're a damn thing that's not as good as a beast. Damn it, Wang Xiao. It turns out he's Sister Wen's gigolo. A woman who's both rich and fierce. Wang Xiao after that slap, then he was lying around in the middle of the store. One pair of shoes missing. An unimaginably pathetic scene. Extremely scared, he quickly sat up, kneeling neatly in front of Sister Wen. Sister Wen, you were wrong. You were really wrong. It was all because this bitch seduced you, said Wang Xiao as he spoke, pointing to Lu Cheng who was standing there stiffly. In my heart there is only you. You must trust me. Wang Xiao hugged Sister Wen's leg while stroking it to please her and swearing. Lu Cheng heard Wang Xiao blaming it's my fault that I'm numb. I can't say anything else but call Wang Xiao's name. The scene around the store is currently very bustling. There are people eating melons. Some people are laughing, joking that this brother his taste is really strong. Some people openly criticize the guy who dresses well but is a boy who kneels and licks rich ladies. I thought that normal people would not believe Wang Xiao's fake sweet words. But Sister Wen is a special woman. She seemed confident and pointed straight at Lu Cheng, ordering Wang Xiao, I believe so much that you don't dare. Give you a chance. Slap her in the face twice. I will forgive you. If not from now on, we will cut off our relationship. Wang Xiao heard that and completely changed his eyes. No longer affectionate, he looked at Lu Cheng as an enemy. Don't understand, also understand. Without hesitation, Wang Xiao slapped Lu Cheng hard in the face. She fell to the ground, held the place where she had just been beaten, looked at Wang Xiao and said, You have broken up but also asked for a gift. Wang Xiao grabbed the necklace around Lu Cheng's neck and shouted, "What are you, you materialistic woman seducing someone else's boyfriend? The necklace around her neck belongs to her." Poor Lu Cheng turned to look at Lin Xin, hoping he could help. She jumped up and walked quickly in Lin Xin's direction, calling out to him, hoping to rekindle their old love. But Lin Xin is no longer there. "It's licking dog again. You didn't say anything, just turned around and left Lu Cheng alone." Lu Cheng called Lin Xin's name but only saw your Lin's cold attitude. Disappointed, she ran out of the store crying. Surprisingly, Lu Cheng's liking towards Lin Xin increased by 1%. He couldn't help but wonder, since I was already so cold, did her liking towards me increase? On the contrary, the woman's thoughts, women are also quite complicated, so you just take it slow and feel it. As for Wang Xiao, he was just pathetic. Sister Wen grabbed his ear and pulled him out of the store. He couldn't resist. Luo Yaxi had witnessed the entire incident earlier. She gently placed her hand on Lin Xin's shoulder and said. But she didn't expect that Wang Xiao would be such a person. Lu Cheng is so pitiful. Having said that, she was actually quite worried that Lin Xin would be soft-hearted in the face of such a situation. Lu Cheng's carpet. Looking at Lin Xin's expression. "You probably don't have a soft heart at all," Sir calmly, with a slight smile said to Luo Yaxi. "A money-hungry woman, not worthy of sympathy. Don't let what she means to. See if there's anything else you want to buy." Luo Yaxi secretly rejoiced when she heard that. Her friend seemed to have completely lost all hope with Lin Xin. She shyly looked at Lin Xin and asked, "You are so good. I don't know how to repay you." Usually in this part of the movie, the main character will demand to repay this with his own body. Lin Xin, what do you think? "So, should I repay with my own body?" Lin Xin said while teasing Luo Yaxi. She heard Lin Xin teasing her and her face turned red. She used her small fist to swing at Lin Xin's body and scolded her. "Love, hateful, you're talking nonsense. What's wrong, you bastard?" The system now jumps the notification ting-ting plus twice the favorability of 10%. Currently Luo Yaxi's favorability is 62%. Luo Yaxi happily grabbed Lin Xin's arm and pulled him away, while pulling and saying, "It would be rude to come without going to see. In exchange let me spend some money for you." Lin Xin was so surprised by her suggestion. "To spend money on me?" Lin Xin asked again. "Confirm." Looking at the beautiful shirts hanging on the rack, Lin Xin couldn't help but exclaim after looking at them. After choosing the shirt, Luo Yaxi continued to pull Lin Xin into the men's changing room, asking to help him try on pants shirt. The store employee's eyes widened as he watched this strangely behaving customer, unable to stop it in time. In the dressing room, Luo Yaxi said while buttoning Lin Xin's shirt, "Look, it's not knows how to dress a little. No wonder some people look down on her." After scolding her lover, she took her card to pay for all the selected outfits. The machine swiped the card to notify. Check. Successful payment. Spent the fee. 3,888 yuan. Saved. Paid successfully. Spent 3,399 yuan. Accumulated. Paid successfully. Spent 2,888 yuan. Total 3 items. Lin Xin just came out of the dressing room wearing clothes, looking like an actor stepping out onto the fashion show floor. A grey turtleneck shirt paired with trousers over a long light brown vest. Overall helps Lin Xin increase his aura. Luo Yaxi really has eyes. Look fashionable. Lin Xin's new appearance attracted the eyes of all the female customers around the store. Everyone was admiring how handsome he was. Not only them but also Luo Yaxi was surprised. How good her feelings now increased by 10. A total of 72%. She thought to herself. She didn't expect him to be so handsome. This guy is definitely a treasure. If Lu Cheng doesn't appreciate it, then it's okay. I doubt myself. Lin Xin looked at his appearance in the mirror. He was also surprised, silently exclaiming, he did not expect that he would become this beautiful. Moreover, when he used to spend only counterattack money to flirt with girls, Luo Yaxi really spending 7 or 8,000 for herself. The current scene has changed. Luo Yaxi returned to the girls' dormitory. She happily opened the door to room 504 while humming a song to celebrate the day she found treasure. Party in the room was Lu Cheng, wearing pajamas and just drying his hair. Luo Yaxi saw the red mark on his roommate's cheek and suddenly asked, "Lu Cheng, is your face okay?" Lu Cheng looks like quite calmly. She smiled and replied, I'm fine. Luckily Lin Xin helped me expose Wang Xiao's true face. Otherwise I would still be confused about being led by someone else. Luo Yaxi nodded in agreement. Love gently reminded her roommate. Yes, fortunately Lin Xin was there. So in the future she must be highly vigilant. Don't meet that kind of person like Wang Xiao again. This bag, Luo Yaxi just asked. Lu Cheng just held out the expensive bag that Lin Xin bought. Lu Cheng's expression did not change at all. He replied faintly, Lin Xin bought it for you. Just take it. Get the right answer. Luo Yaxi happily hugged Lu Cheng and said, then I won't be polite anymore. I'm still worried that you will take it to heart. She said, how is that possible? We are good sisters. Lu Cheng replied with a smile to Luo Yaxi. Good sisters. A very pleasant scene. Both of them hugged and laughed. But in their hearts everyone had their own plans. Lu Cheng thought that Luo Yaxi was just an outsider and so not worthy of being involved in a 3-year love affair of her and Lin Xin. In that atmosphere, Luo Yaxi laughed at Lu Cheng's blind eyes and couldn't see that Lin Xin was a rich second generation, so now he was hers. Changing the scene again, now in the boys' dormitory. Lin Xin is tired after a day of flirting with girls. Scratching his head thinking, phew, walking with his sister all day. I'm so tired. Not every time I want to flirt every girl has to repeat it once. But she still has to change her method. While busy with thoughts, Lin Xin saw an acquaintance. His senior and a group of friends. Lin Xin said hello. The person being greeted was called Wang Jin. His face didn't look like a good character. He saw Lin Xin in the new outfit and immediately scoffed. Oh class Lin Xin, this outfit seems to cost a lot of money. Meanwhile, his group of friends also silently agreed with Wang Jin's words, secretly thinking that Lin Xin pretended to be poor and wanted to study abroad. Wearing fake clothes to make himself a rich second generation, Wang Jin was suddenly excited and wanted to find something to do. He put his hand on Lin Xin's shoulder and advised, Lin Xin, I've heard about today's story. Open your eyes. Lin Xin pursed her lips in boredom as she listened to Wang Jin's incessant words. In my opinion, you spent so much money pursuing Lu Cheng, and yet people ignored you. It's better to go to the livestream room to give gifts. Girl MC was at least obedient towards him. He still hadn't stopped teaching Lin Xin. You were with Wang Jin and excitedly followed along. The guy in the yellow shirt with the hat said, freely give thousands of gifts. The goddess will also please us. But it is not at the expense of ordinary people. The guy, the other one with straight bangs, laughed at him. A student like that. It's okay to play around with girls. As he finished speaking, he picked up his phone and saw a notification coming in. He happily said, the goddess answered and broadcasted. He got whatever he wanted. He was trying to flirt with a new girl when someone came to point him out. Lin Xin didn't care at all about the taunts of Wang Jin and the gang. He excitedly opened his phone and thought, that's right, I can go to the livestream room to give gifts. Having a plan to spend money to flirt with girls. Lin Xin smiled and patted Wang Jin's shoulder in bewilderment. Thanking senior. After finishing speaking, he turned and left in front of the senior's questions. He was clearly being lied to. But he still thanked me. As expected, no matter how foolish a girl is, there are problems. The guy with bangs because of the plan. Scoffed unsatisfactorily, said boredly, it's so boring, let's go watch Cha-Cha livestream. He suggested to Wang Jin. Hey Mr. Jin, young Master Zhu has appeared. The guy with the bangs reminded him. Wang Jin was excited when he heard that. Really, I'm coming too. In her room, Lin Xin lay on the bed and opened her phone to download the livestream app. After downloading, the app screen immediately displays a notification to register an account name. Lin Xin was originally watching the livestream for the first time. He thought, id, set it as too poor to have money. The id name sounded modest. Right Lin Xin, after setting the account name. He wondered again, let's see, where is the list of female streamers? Why is there only one chart? All of them are not broadcast yet. He immediately remembered what Wang Jin and his group had said, mentioning the name Cha-Cha, and immediately searched for that name on the app. After pressing the enter button, the screen appears as a livestream room of an extremely beautiful girl. With a fiery body, lovely face, truly a little beauty. Currently she is dancing a lovely dance to serve the livestream viewers. smiling and saying, "Love everyone." A series of praising comments appeared on the screen. "Wow, this is great. The screen is dirty. Stop shaking. I'm dizzy. Let me turn off the comment storm. Enjoy my cha-cha's beauty. Cha-cha's beautiful legs. Let me protect them." Someone swears, "Today I will stay until I die in the livestream room." Hey. Looking at the livestream screen, Lin Sin blushed. Her mouth opened wide and exclaimed, "Wow, she's so full of energy. I wonder if this screen separation state can unlock the counterattack mission." Boy thinking. The system is also quite responsive. Quickly reminds, the object of the counterattack. The appearance needs to be above 80 points. Otherwise there is no way to unlock the counterattack mission. The system continues to kindly remind. Livestream has the influence of a special beauty filter. There is no way to judge. Unless we meet offline. Lin Sin nodded, satisfied with the service and understanding of the system. Then thought more and felt this cha-cha has over 9 points. After turning off the filter it probably won't be bad. No, what's the matter with her? Anyway, I have so much gold that I can't use it all, he thought. Back to livestream of cha-cha, who has a popularity rating of 5.20.00. The screen suddenly announced that she was given 5 golden leopards by young Master Zhu. The tycoon just left the army. Cha-cha looked at the notification, smiled and waved, thanking young Master Zhu for giving gifts. There are comments praising young Master Zhu for his generosity, giving gifts of up to 10,000 yuan. Young Master Zhu is holding a cigarette in one hand and a phone in the other. Looks somewhat arrogant. This must be quite a formidable person. Young Master Zhu account commented. PK between Cha-Cha and Shuang Shuang is about to start. Are you brothers ready? Jin Wang account replied. Ready. This account could be senior Wang Jin. Lin Sin thinking about the gift to give in this livestream. Young Master Zhu proposed a PK plan. The opponent will definitely play some endless strategies used, trying to bring rhythm or something. But I told everyone, while young Master Zhu spoke. Jin Wang account commented. Young Master Zhu spoke. Everyone else was silent. Lin Sin saw, so I secretly laughed. It turns out you are a flatterer of young Master Zhu. Big brother, first of all, we don't need to care about what tactics our opponents use. Nor do we need to keep our strength. As soon as we just started, attack me with full force. Young Master Zhu suggested a strategy. The too poor to have money account typed a comment at this time. It was our male lead wondering. Cha-cha, how much money do I need to get to the top of the rankings? Should I buy a gift first or buy a sign first? Someone showed off more than mine. Young Master Zhu couldn't help but comment in front of this account's arrogant words. The Jin Wang account of course had to quell the rebellion on young Master Zhu's behalf. He arrogantly said, "Damn, who are you?" So, what is young Master Zhu interrupting in his conversation? Young Master Zhu was irritated by the person who dared to show off in front of him. So he immediately texted a comment. Cha-cha, kick him. Cha-cha fell into an awkward position, thinking secretly, math. PK still has to rely on young Master Zhu to win. This whiteboard account is clearly new, and has never given me a gift. On the contrary, the tone is quite loud. She assessed and thought about it. Worse yet, Cha-cha told the room manager to kick Lin Sin's account out. Boom, the account too poor to have money was kicked out. Lin Sin was surprised and thought, am I being kicked out of the room? After a while some time ago, Lin Sin decided he would go to Shuang Shuang's livestream room to see what happens. The confrontation between the two livestream beauties Cha-cha and Shuang Shuang has officially begun. Cha-cha opens with a provocative move. Little sister, there is no top big brother. I'm very worried about you. Little sister, or should you surrender now? I will let you receive a lighter punishment. Cha-cha scoffed. Shuang Shuang is not the type it's easy to play. You respond strongly. Is it so formidable to be at the top of the rankings? My brothers have many strengths. Don't threaten. Take advantage of the fight. Shuang Shuang declares war. On the PK match screen, the two beauties continuously launched moves to defeat their opponents. The storm of gifts came again, and the comments continuously danced praising the performances of the two beauties. It was difficult to determine who would be the winner. The screen displays a reminder message. The first stage is about to end. Everyone come together. Up to now, Cha-cha seems to have the upper hand. Her score is more than double compared to Shuang Shuang because of her water drinking technique, while Shuang Shuang only performs and sings. In the comment area, the Shuang Shuang team members continuously called for gifts to be given to her. Some even asked to borrow money to help her successfully, ignoring the ridicule of Cha Cha's team members, especially young Master Zhu. Shuang Shuang saw that his score results were not very optimistic, and was also mentally prepared to be punished. Punishment. The comment section also gradually emptied of support. More suggestions of punishment for her appeared. It was hard to hear. Suddenly, the PK screen announced, "Too poor to have money to donate Shuang Shuang Dragon Gold." A size L golden dragon, flying majestically in front of the screen, making Shuang Shuang's eyes go into an O shape and mouth into an A shape. Off the screen, young Master Zhu sat up straight in surprise and scolded, "Mother, who? So, now you can get a golden dragon worth 15 yuan. The opportunity to turn the tables has come." Shuang Shuang happily expressed his gratitude to his brother's golden dragon, too poor to have money. The familiar account name. It wasn't just now. Cha Cha suddenly remembered the person just now. I kicked him out of the room just now. Lin Xin was silent from the beginning of the match. It turned out to be to find the most expensive gift in the app. He was quite surprised because the system's card could remotely top up the Livestream platform. Now you just need to leisurely swipe. The money is there, now it's time for me to show off. Lin Xin thought. Another golden dragon appeared on the screen. Everyone was wide-eyed because they hadn't seen such a huge gift for a long time. Some people were curious. Who was the boss? Next, the screen went blank. Account notification: too poor to have money gift golden dragon x5. x10, x20. Needless to say, Shuang Shuang's PK score increased very quickly, almost catching up with Cha Cha. Shuang Shuang, after being scared, he quickly remembered something and said out loud, wait, brother is too poor to have money. For a moment, I was so scared that I forgot. Now surfing the golden dragon is a bit of a loss. It's better to wait until the siege time has doubled and then surf." Hearing this, young Master Zhu immediately commented and laughed. Thinking about it, aren't you the blank slate that Cha Cha kicked out just now? A newbie is still a newbie. The PK rules are not understood obviously. It will only be a loss of capital. Jin Wang immediately followed suit. Is this worrying too much? Student. Hey, little brother, you are using your parents' savings to spend. You like to play but he's not good at playing. The comment area is full of taunts, obviously wanting to provoke the male lead to have a chance to appear stronger. Do you regret it already? It's too late, little brother. The taunts about Lin Xin continues to appear. Suddenly, the screen flashes with a gift notification from the account too poor to have money. It's a golden dragon. Count it. x80, x160, x200, x240, x320. Oh no, count what was the total number. The livestream screen seemed to explode due to the appearance of so many dragons. The young men who had just ridiculed Lin Xin, especially young Master Zhu, saw that scene and were stunned, bewildered by the non-stop appearance of golden dragons. The golden dragon giving program has not ended yet. The screen continues to jump numbers non-stop with the number reaching more than 1,000 times. Lin Xin looks at the screen and is proud of my show-off. Money couldn't be more spectacular. The announcement screen just ended. Young Master Zhu trembled and tried to calculate. He watched Cha Cha livestream and spent more than 3,000.00 a year. Yet someone surpassed him by only after a livestream. 1,600 golden dragons. A total of 2,400,000 yuan. A terrible number. Cha Cha got goosebumps looking at the livestream screen. Shuang Shuang benefited. She was extremely happy, constantly thanking the dragon. His brother's gold is too poor to have money. The members of the Shuang Shuang side now have the opportunity to counterattack the opponent's side. The comment section continuously appears with ridicule and praise for Mr. Qian's greatness. Celebrate, it's over, now it's time to retaliate. Shuang Shuang raised his voice. Little sister Cha Cha, what are you still sitting there for? Are you peeing in your pants? If you pee, then immediately stand up and accept the punishment. Big pendulum, bending over, spinning, separating horses, jumping all in one song. She gave the punishment. It was quite severe. If you play, then you have to suffer. Cha Cha started jumping as requested, apologizing while dancing Lin Xin. Brother too poor. Mr. Keon, I was wrong. I shouldn't have kicked you out just now. After dancing for a few minutes, Cha-Cha was exhausted. She had to lean on the table to continue dancing while angry. I was angry to death. If it weren't for that young Master Zhu, then those 1600 golden dragons would have been mine. Cha-Cha kept complaining that he was tired, but the people around him didn't seem to understand. Some people even asked for more punishment time. From a whiteboard account jumping straight to level 27 King, Spendthrifter. Lin Xin issued a decree about 3 paths. 1 is Cha-Cha kicking young Master Zhu out of the room. 2 is young Master Zhu leaving the room himself. 3 it was young Master Zhu who came to attack the city himself. There was still 20 seconds left. Mr. Keon spoke up. All over the comment area were full of praise and flattery. On the livestream screen a notification appeared. Level 24 Jade, Zhu Shao. Leave the livestream room. One match caused the famous young Master Zhu to voluntarily leave. Everyone around was surprised by Mr. Keon's prowess. The final match ended. The winner was of course Shuang Shuang. The Shuang Shuang's members continuously commented to congratulate their idol. Shuang Shuang made a cute pose to thank Lin Xin. Thank you brother too poor. Thank you for helping me win this PK match. Thank you. At this time, the notification image coming from Lin Xin's phone rang continuously. Our male lead has become a celebrity. The account has many fans. Notifications, hearts, comments are no less than 100. There are a few people sent him private messages. Like Wang Jin quickly betrayed young Master Zhu and apologized to Lin Xin in order to make friends with him. Shuang Shuang both thanked him and asked for revenge. She even sent her phone number. To add VX, Cha-Cha also texted to ask Lin Xin for forgiveness, and said that he was preparing to kick young Master Zhu out of the room just now. But he was one step ahead. Cha-Cha took the opportunity to propose to Lin. Please, brother too poor. The documents show that you are in Yanjiang City. Coincidentally, in the next few days, you happen to go to Yanjiang to take a photo shoot. Can I invite you to an apology meal by the way? Father had already thought about a backup plan. It didn't matter if PK failed. In terms of appearance and figure, she considered herself better than Shuang Shuang. So as long as she could connect offline with Mr. Keon, then she believes that in the future Lin Xin will probably spend money on her. Lin Xin heard that and immediately thought, okay, sad because of few tasks. Not enough refund. Isn't this like falling asleep and meeting the pillow? Thinking so, he immediately texted and replied agreeing with Cha-Cha. So see you brother too poor in the next few days. Looking forward to it. Cha-Cha was very happy. She texted back to Lin Xin while kissing the message screen. A day passed. Dawn came again. The sunlight gently shined into the boys' dormitory. Lin Xin sat up comfortably. He hadn't slept so comfortably in a long time. The phone screen rang signaling that there was an incoming message. His roommates had also woken up. The guy wearing big black glasses invited Lin Xin to go have breakfast with him. Lin Xin picked up his phone to show off. He smiled and said, "You guys go. There's a girl carrying breakfast for me." Peanut, what is this shocking news I just heard? The people in the room gasped. All 3 people gathered together and spoke softly. Of course they didn't believe Lin Xin. Someone said, unexpectedly, just early in the morning, he started talking nonsense. The person wearing glasses began to speculate. I heard that yesterday Lin Xin was abandoned by Lu Cheng. Last night when I saw his expression so relaxed, I thought it was nothing. What? The other guy heard that and immediately followed. How could there be nothing? Chasing for 3 years. Finally we all concluded that tonight we would invite Lin Xin to drink. Get drunk and cry. It would be okay. Lin, please ignore everyone's nonsense and leisurely put on your coat and walk out of the dorm room. It was early in the morning and there were already a number of people standing in line in front of the girls' dormitory. It wasn't clear who was waiting. Everyone was holding a bag of things, taking the time to ask each other questions. It turned out that everyone went to the girls' dormitory to give breakfast to their goddess. Some gave it to Lu Cheng. Some gave it to Luo Yaxi. As for the reason why everyone is so excited, we must mention the 2 Weibo posts of these 2 beauties. While Lu Cheng said goodbye to the past to look forward to a new future, Luo Yaxi blinked. Green light that someone she has been looking for is behind her. Now she is single. I heard that Lu Cheng was abandoned by that young Master Wang. This is the weakest time. If I could give her a warm embrace. She spoke up as a unilateral guy. And the person who liked Luo Yaxi said. Luo Yaxi must have discovered that I was silently paying the price for her in the background. That's why, posting like that, everyone thinks that they are the person the goddess mentioned. Oh, how pitiful those guys are in love. While everyone was arguing, Wang Jin appeared with an arrogant look. He also had a box of food in his hand. He smirked and said, "Do you know the difference between people and people? What is licking dog? Look at Lin Sin's ending. There's no future in being licking dog." There was a listener who didn't know who Lin Sin was. So he turned to quietly ask the person next to him to update the drama. Yes, people wonder, "Senior, didn't you also bring breakfast to Luo Yaxi?" True to Wang Jin's trick, he held up his lunchbox to show off. "Can your food be considered breakfast? This is a breakfast bought at Leeds French restaurant. Sweet macaroons, 600 yuan for a portion, 600 yuan for a meal. Enough to make the bystanders both admiring and curious. Do you really have to invest that much for a meal?" Hearing this, Wang Jin gently stroked his hair and spoke up. "Just tell me the secret. You know the fart. Flirting with girls is all about spending money. A few $dozen a day. You give it for a year and she only finds out you're good. A few $100 a day. A week and I can having her. This knowledge has been absorbed." One guy replied, "Are people really that easy to fall for tens of thousands of yuan? How disappointing. They are gone," someone announced when saw the familiar silhouettes of two great beauties. From up the stairs, the two girls of dormitory room 504 were dressed and made up beautifully. Beautiful smiled and walked down. The scene was like a fashion catwalk. The whole group of boys saw their goddess and quickly ran over praising and handing out the breakfast they had prepared. Wang Jin introduced an expensive cake box from a French restaurant, hoping Luo Yaxi would be moved. Luo Yaxi took the cake box and gently thanked the giver. The boys gave food to Lu Cheng on the opposite side. Pathetically, she refused to accept it on the grounds that she had ordered food. In the end, among those who donated, only Wang Jin succeeded. He immediately became a shining example worth learning from the crowd. Wang Jin on his face. He was very proud of his achievements. While having fun, Wang Jin glanced at Lin Sin walking by with a group of roommates. "Hey, Junior Lin Sin, have you just arrived?" Wang Jin called out. He must be planning something. Indeed, after calling out to attract attention, he started to mock. "You were also planning to buy breakfast for Lu Cheng. You still haven't given up after being abandoned yesterday." The guy wearing glasses next to you heard it and gritted his teeth and said, "It's Wang Jin again, but with the perseverance of the past 3 years. A little bit of it's not a big deal. He's rambling on about Lin Sin's past." Someone was happy and chimed in. Lu Cheng said he'd already ordered food. "That's right. It looks like it's not going to work today. Man, Lin Sin, come a little early tomorrow." Wang Jin continued to mock. From afar, Luo Yaxi held the box of cakes that he had just received from Wang Jin towards Lin Sin and said with a smile, "Lin Sin, I still haven't breakfast, right? No, didn't you text me early in the morning to invite me to breakfast?" He leisurely responded with a winner's smile. There was actually a girl who gave Lin Sin breakfast. And what's more is Luo Yaxi. The group of roommates were extremely surprised to learn that he was not talking loudly in the morning. And is still a famous beauty. Lightning struck the ears, hitting the faces of Wang Jin and the people from the morning who had been waiting for the black Luo Yaxi. The whole group froze, indescribable shock when they saw what was happening before their eyes. Lu Cheng was secretly angry when her roommate dared to fight for a guy in front of her. While annoyed, the shipper ran back to deliver the breakfast she had ordered early. Luo Yaxi looked at Lin Sin with sparkling and seductive eyes. Her favorability increased by 7%. She invited him to taste the expensive macaron milk cake from the famous Leeds French restaurant. Cake, milk cake. Lin Sin went from surprise to surprise at the complexity of a girl. He didn't understand how his favorability could increase when he was the one who was given breakfast. After Lu Cheng received the items, she also ran back to Lin Sin. She lightly nudged Luo Yaxi, whispering and apologizing. "Lin Sin, try this Tian Yuan Mujia breakfast set for 368 yuan that I specially bought for you. I was wrong yesterday, let me make it up to you." "Okay," he replied. How could he refuse in front of the beauty's eyes and soft voice? Luo Yaxi next to him was also angry as he witnessed it. Glared at Luo Yaxi. When Lu Cheng received his consent, he immediately took the opportunity to lean into his arms and continue. I understand that you have paid a lot these past 3 years. Bringing me breakfast every day. I am really touched. It's just before that, I was so naive that I was tricked by people. You will forgive me, right? Hearing that, Lin Sin's whole body had a hateful expression. He secretly thought, it's this trick again. In the past 3 years, every time I was disappointed and tried to let her go, she coaxed me like that. I continued to pursue and serve her, but she immediately distanced herself from me. Do you think I will still be psychologically manipulated by you like before? You secretly calculated. Of course you won't. Back to licking dog life again. Thinking clearly, Lin Sin waved his hand and left Lu Cheng behind. He reminded, you dare to get close to me like that. It won't be good to be seen by your suitors. Where? This statement from Lin Sin unexpectedly changed the liking level of both girls. Lu Cheng increased it by 50% because he thought that Lin Sin's statement showed his care and love for her. Buddha. And Luo Yaxi increased by 10% because he thought that Lin Sin's rejection of Lu Cheng showed that he was acting for her. So he couldn't save the brains of these two. Lin Sin saw how favorable the two were. Their bodies increased at the same time. Their faces full of questions. Wondering if they had seen something wrong. The people around all this time had to witness the story of 3 people with angry and tearful faces. Why were there 2 beauties fighting over Lin Sin? And the 2 of them were originally close friends. In on this side, the fight has not ended yet. The 2 beauties are still fighting to invite Lin Sin to eat their food. Too tired, he sat down on the stone bench next to him. Lin Sin suddenly turned pale when he saw Lu Cheng crawled onto the chair, holding a cake to feed him. Luo Yaxi became more and more angry at her actions. Poor Wang Jin. Until now he still can't accept the fact that Cheng his god went to compete with his best friend for Lin Sin. His eyes were filled with blood. Angry because he didn't understand why Lin Sin was treated like that. What was it based on? Last night he pressed the phone number 1600 repeatedly. Times. My fingers were cramped. Fortunately, someone else fed me. Lin Sin responded to Wang Jin with a raised middle finger, her eyes full of confidence. An embarrassing scene appeared. 2 people beauty is now showing a seductive pose to Lin Sin. Lu Cheng gently asks to see his sore finger. Luo Yaxi is even more terrible. She squats in front of Lin Sin. She takes the cake and intends to feed him. A spring scene. The sudden rush of color made Lin Sin blush. The group of boys on the other side held their heads. Some were so angry that they gritted their teeth until they bled. Some held their phones and filmed the unique scene. While filming and assessing the situation, Lu Cheng and Luo Yaxi feeding Lin Sin together. Especially Luo Yaxi, wearing such a short skirt and squatting. From Lin Sin's perspective, isn't it visible? Damn, big news. Our conclusion. Damn, eyes eat dumplings, mouth eats macaroons. I'm so jealous, another guy exclaimed. Luo Yaxi finished feeding and happily asked Lin Sin's thoughts. He immediately replied, okay, but I don't like red. Oh my god, what line is this? Luo Yaxi listened and wondered. Red, these macaroons are pink. As she spoke, she looked down at herself. You hateful thing, she shouted shyly and gave a few light blows to Lin Sin who was sitting on the chair laughing. Lu Cheng quickly stopped Luo Yaxi. Lin Sin is having breakfast. Don't bother her. Luo Yaxi stopped shouting. She whispered into Lin Sin's ear. I will change to another color soon. The words made both the speaker and the listener blush. Phew, a mouthful of blood flowed from Wang Jin's mouth. The surrounding brothers were also kind enough to call for him to be the school nurse. On one side, Lin Sin was still enjoying the devoted care of the 2 beauties. While on the other side, the nurse brought a stretcher to pick up Wang Jin in a dead state. The event that the language major of the literature department and her best friend both fed Lin Sin breakfast was posted on the school's bulletin board, causing quite a stir in the comment section. Some people had their own opinions. Some had their own opinions. Some people regret losing the goddess. Some people suspect Photoshop. Some people want to be anti-Luo Yaxi. The rest begin to curiously hypothesize about Lin Sin's identity. The melon-eating crowd had not yet finished making a stir because of the first news panel when the second news appeared. The female live streamer of the newspaper Teeth received 24 million gifts from the first panel in the PK. People continued to question whether Lin Sin is he the tycoon mentioned on the news board. There are still people who suspect that he is rubbing his temperature to attract attention. Some people left comments saying, "Some beauties do appear in the news." In the end, it's just overnight Lin Sin became a celebrity in school. He was so surprised that he vomited when he heard his roommate inform him that he had been listed on the school's website and that soon someone from the journalism department would come to interview him. Running away was the best policy. Lin Sin immediately ran as fast as he could, ignoring the screams of the two beauties. The target was gone. The two beauties now had no more respect and blamed each other. Luo Yaxi scolded because Lu Cheng caused big news that made Lin Sin unhappy, while Lu Cheng blamed the opposite. She made Wang Jin vomit blood, so it became a big problem. From afar, Lin Sin was hiding from the journalism department by hiding behind a corner of the wall. He secretly observed them and realized that the journalism department probably wouldn't be able to catch up with him. The message came. On the phone screen was a picture. Cha Cha was playfully sucking on ice cream with a rather seductive look. She told Lin Sin that she would land at Yanjiang City Airport at 7:30 and asked him if he would come pick her up. Lin Sin looked at the content text message, smiling and thinking, the person who helped spend money +1. Looking forward to meeting her so much. In the lobby of Yanjiang City Airport, the flight attendants have started to leave the cabin. The passengers must have left soon. Outside the plane, Lin Sin waited for Cha Cha for a while. He thought, she said she got off the plane. Why hasn't she seen it yet? Isn't it like some streamer with a thick filter on? Her biological mother can't even see it. While thinking, he suddenly heard the name of a familiar person. Cha Cha, where do you want to go? I will take you. I drive the jeep. The blonde guy pulled the girl while saying. Cha Dad tried to pull his hand away from the other guy while saying no need. Really no need. Don't be polite to me. The blonde guy still insisted on taking her away. Seeing a familiar figure, Lin Sin recognized the person I was supposed to meet. A cute girl with a short striped dress. Even Cha Cha's expression didn't understand why. Brother, you should go get your glasses remeasured. Lin Sin just ran between the two of them and said to the guy wearing glasses. Who are you? I gave them a lot gift for Cha Cha. The guy wearing glasses asked again. Cha Cha, after realizing who the person in front of her was. She was overjoyed. She held up the phone and said, Brother Kian, is that you? Your shirt is the same as what you're talking about on WeChat. It's me, Lin Sin confirms. You're Mr. Kian. The guy wearing glasses is startled. Hearing Mr. Kian's name, he quickly bowed his head respectfully and apologized. Bothering you? Cha Cha took Lin Sin's arm as she walked and said that luckily Brother Kian came in time. That person said he was my fan. As soon as he came up he hugged me. I didn't know him at all, but in her heart thought of just giving me a gift of a few hundred yuan. Driving a tattered jeep but also wanting to take me out. She smiled and looked at his face and complimented him. He was also a successful businessman in his 40s. He didn't expect you're so young and handsome. Lin Sin also responded and called me Lin Sin. Okay, I didn't expect you to be more beautiful than when you broadcast live. She smiled and complimented Lin Sin. Brother is very well spoken. Ding. Opening a counterattack mission. The system opens a new notification. On the notice board, personal information appears. Name, Lu Zhu Ya, 21 years old. Height 170 centimeters. Weight 48 kilograms. Her current liking for Lin Sin is 30%. From a distance, a man wearing a vest with blonde hair ran up and waved his name Cha Cha. Mr. Zhao, why are you here? Brother Kian, this is Mr. Zhao. He gave me a lot of gifts in the distribution room. Live broadcast. Of course he came to pick me up. How could he let me call a taxi service? This is Mr. Zhao wondered. Cha Cha smiled and held Lin's hand tightly. Introducing, this is too poor to have money. Brother Kian. Mr. Kian became famous in battle. I didn't expect that he was so young. I already knew that Mr. Zhao humbly introduced his car, while asking Lin Sin again. I drove a small electric donkey. He remembered his electric motorbike and spoke leisurely to the surprise of Cha Cha standing next to him. Oh, this. I'll take you a little way. Mr. Zhao politely invites you. Okay, thank you. Then my little electric donkey. Lin Sin wondered. So the luxury car was driving on the road with a small blue motorbike on its roof. Mr. Zhao drove the car while glancing at Lin Sin through the rearview mirror while praising Mr. Kian for his modesty. Surprising him, He asked him if this was the avenue leading to the restaurant. In his heart, he silently evaluated this male student. He really looks like he's just over 20 years old. His clothes are all tens of yuan. Is it really possible to give him a gift of more than 24 million? Cha-Cha affirmed that he doesn't mind riding Mr. Kian's electric donkey. But Cha-Cha carries so much luggage. It's still relatively convenient to ride in my car. Mr. Kian, are you right? Mr. Zhao asked you. Mr. Zhao said it was reasonable. Lin Xin smiled leisurely and responded to him while he was admiring the beautiful scenery of Dianjiang City. Next to Cha-Cha was also listening to silently evaluate Lin Xin. This person is really Mr. Kian, she thought suspiciously. Finally, the car arrived at the restaurant. Cha-Cha happily walked in with a bright smile while greeting everyone around. The restaurant's VIP room door opened. The people in the room saw her silhouette as she greeted warmly. The main character has finally arrived. Cha-Cha looks better than the last time I saw him. One man complimented. 3 drinks fine for being late. Another person was excited. This one is Brother Kian. The same person who beat Young last night. Master Zhu lost and had to leave. She raised her hand and introduced Lin Xin to everyone in the room. Hearing the familiar name, everyone gathered around excitedly asking, "What are you, Mr. Kian? Is it real or fake? Isn't he too young? He has been admiring for a long time." The middle-aged men were extremely excited to look at Lin. "Please confirm your identity." In a blink of an eye you immediately realized Cha-Cha's true intentions. I know she only invited me to apologize in name. But in reality, she asked the bosses to give her big rewards on Livestream. This is a party to invite Cha-Cha's bosses. As expected, the newspaper's famous female streamer Hey. Not a little bit of mental vision. Lin Xin silently assessed the girl standing in front of him. In the round table, a man spoke up before Mr. Zhao. He said, "Mr. Kian drove a small electric donkey to pick up Cha-Cha." The above news made the people around excitedly provoke and laugh. Some people pretended to say this must be Mr. Kian's joke to Cha-Cha. Because how could he have the ability to donate more than 20 million on Livestream without money to buy a car? A bearded guy thought, resting his chin and wondering, if 20 million is just pocket money, Mr. Kian's total assets are definitely not less than 1 billion. I know a lot of people in Yanjiang City. But Mr. Kian said his surname was Lin. That person continued to approach Lin Xin's people and interrogate him. He continued to assert that among the rich people in Yanjiang City, there was no one named Lin. Lin Xin only heard it silently. The rest of the people were just waiting to hear that and quickly scrambled to speak up. What? President Chen said it was true. Cha-Cha, don't be fooled. Mr. Zhao also followed suit and scolded him. It was indeed fake. And even let me carry your little electric donkey. Cha-Cha, have you ever seen him? Of Mr. Kian before? Another bearded guy asked her. Cha-Cha from this side was not in a hurry to respond. But her favorability had decreased by 10%. She silently recalled the scene just now. On the way to here, I confirmed on his cell phone. He is indeed so poor that he only has money left. Is he still angry with me? She thought. It is true that the personalities of some rich people are a bit special and perverted. But it doesn't matter, no matter what kind of man it is. It's just my ATM. She concluded. The only thing I'm worried about is that he doesn't have money for me to spend. Cha-Cha thought to herself. She moved towards Lin Xin and gently grabbed his thigh. Thanking President Chen for worrying about me. But isn't there is a Lin family among the 3 major families in Shanghai. Lin Xin brother. You are young Master Lin family in the major. Right, she replied. President Chen on the other hand asked him again to confirm his identity, Lin Xin's truth. You of course know all too well about her thoughts. He silently commented. She looked like she was helping me talk, but in reality she was verifying my identity. A Lin family in the major. Don't know. Anyway, I don't have as much money as me. Lin Xin held a glass of water and replied leisurely with eyes full of confidence. Little friend who colors too much. Be careful of being struck by lightning. I guess. Mr. Kian didn't buy a lottery ticket and won more than 20 million. It all fell on the lobby. And then he couldn't even make an appointment with Shuang. Just could run to trick Cha-Cha. The guy in the yellow vest pointed and laughed and said. Mr. Zhao excitedly followed along. Yes, after all, he could still take advantage of this reputation to set up a date with Cha-Cha to cheat on him one night. Is that right, Mr. Kian? You said your money is more than a Lin family in the major. Then I want to ask, what car do you usually drive? You keep a few supercars at home. The bearded guy asked about the quality. Asked Lin Sin. Lin Sin heard this and just pulled Cha Cha close to his chest. Smiling on one side of his mouth, he said, car. I don't have any car. Cha Cha, what kind of car do you like? I will buy it for you right now. Lin Sin looked at her and asked. Seeing this, the crowd continued to cheer and say, hey, that guy, where are you putting your hands? Now go shopping. Do you think you're buying food at the market? Do you want to pretend to pee to hide? The nouveau riche is indeed the nouveau riche. President Chen said one sentence and already revealed his true form. Little friend, pretending to be a rich person is not like that. Everyone is laughing in the same way to bring down Lin Sin. Really, thank you Lin Sin brother. I like Ferrari Fago. If you give it to me, will you pay me an equivalent gift? Cha Cha leaned her head on his shoulder and whispered at the same time her favorability has decreased by 15%. Loi Loi appears enthusiastic and cheerful on the outside, but in reality her favorability has decreased. With these acting skills, not acting is a waste. Lin Sin evaluate her. So that's it. Lin Sin leisurely walked out the door. Cha Cha smiled slightly and waved goodbye to him. A while later, specifically half an hour, everyone in the room had finished their meal. They walked out the door and chatted loudly. That kid named Lin had indeed run away. He was just a clown. Okay, Cha Cha, shall we go to karaoke? She agreed with them. She silently assessed. This Lin Sin is really a fraud. Still holding a glimmer of hope. Before she could finish speaking, a bright light emitted from a boxcar blinded everyone. Everyone around. What's going on? Mr. Zhao wondered. Lin Sin appeared in that light like a god. Not just one, but a series of luxury cars standing blocking the entire lane in front of full eyes. Surprise and curiosity of those around. Oh, general managers. It's so embarrassing. I'm blocking your way. Mr. Niu is too enthusiastic. I said I wanted to buy a sports car. He insisted on driving the whole thing here to show it to you. I choose to accept. Lin Sin smirked when he glanced at the wide eyes of the people who had just laughed at him while talking to the man next to him. The man named Mr. Niu clasped his hands and warmly replied that it was the right thing to do. Well, our store's service is famous for being attentive. Not to mention, young Master Lin's assets are verified by the Dragon Bank Black Diamond card. What? The Dragon Bank Black Diamond card? The assets must pass one. I just got it. It's not fake. You can rent these cars to color it. Right, the bearded guy was startled and verified. The rest of the people also had wide eyes, not understanding what was going on. That's not right. I know Mr. Niu. There is only one reason to be able to make him so respectful. The guy in the yellow vest confirmed. This Lin Sin is really a rich man. That guy spoke up. You came at the right time. Now I know. The Ferrari Fago you chose is only over 15 million. Too cheap. I can't give it away. Lin Sin looked at Cha Cha and spoke gently to her surprise. Too cheap. When she heard that, she got chills down her spine and broke into a sweat. Mr. Niu said that people who like Ferrari Fago will also like Ferrari LF. So I decided for you. Give you Ferrari LF. Lin Sin said as he turned his head and laughed at the guys who laughed at him. Lin Sin leisurely handed the powerful black card to Mr. Niu. He bowed his head to take it. Spending 32 million yuan. That's the amount of money you just spent. Really bought it. Ferrari LF. More than 30 million. Bought it. Cha Cha blushed and was surprised by Lin Sin's generosity. The people around turned pale and shouted. 30 million is still not the entire fortune property. In less than 2 days, he spent more than 50 million. Moreover, it was just pocket money. Is his finances so terrible? It's over. Just now we were laughing at him. The yellow vest guy worried, afraid to speak. President Chen, look at yourself. Don't pretend if you have little knowledge. Talk nonsense and make people misunderstand. We've been hurt by you. One guy questioned. Most of us forgot how I supported President Chen just now. Mr. Lin, you bought a gift for your girlfriend. So do you want to buy one? Mr. Niu invited. No, my car is the most expensive and only has one. Hey, I want to buy a more expensive one. Lin Sin replied. Young Master Lin is indeed very spirited. I am extremely sorry to disappoint you. Mr. Niu respectfully replied. Lin Sin brother, thank you. This Ferrari LF is really my dream car. I never thought. Cha-Cha was shy, looked at him with sparkling eyes apologetically. Lin Sin humbly smiled softly. He explained that he just had too much money. Didn't know where to put it. So he spent it everywhere. Cha-Cha's favorability shot up by 50%. After witnessing the scene, Lin Sin's glory and historical reputation, I thought to myself, he didn't get angry because of my request. Even gave me a step. Everyone bowed their heads, respectfully before Lin Sin. I'm sorry, Mr. Keon, was all a misunderstanding. Mr. Keon, I'm so sorry, I really have blind eyes. I dare to doubt you. Please forgive my ignorance. The whole group spoke in unison as if rehearsed. A guy who probably had a car for sale took the opportunity to introduce himself. That's it. I heard he planned to buy a more expensive car. Right now the city's first-class car dealership. Yanjiang. There are many luxury supercars that are much more valuable than President Chen's car. Although I don't know if they can catch your eye. If you can come visit, I would like to give you the biggest discount. To show the sincerity of my apology. Cha-Cha happily pulled Lin Sin's hand and asked him to go test driving with her. Lin Sin immediately asked in confusion, I can try it myself. Hearing that, she leaned close to his ear and whispered, people have already thought. Of course the thank you gift must be returned. It's just that your gift is too big. I can't pay it all at once. I can pay it in installments. No, this first time has to be paid when it's just the two of them alone. She expressed to Lin Sin's surprise. Of course he was a bit shocked when he thought about it. As expected of a famous streamer, his acting always aroused his curiosity. After thinking about it, the two of them got into a red supercar and left. The sound of a luxury car was no joke. Okay, enough to scare the people left behind. The Ferrari car running down the road looks so outstanding. Lin Sin, brother, can you sign my foot? Cha-Cha started to open the auditorium. Lin Sin complied with her and gently lifted her short skirt. He suddenly saw something and his face gradually turned red like a tomato. Brother Keon, sorry. It turned out there was an apology written on Cha-Cha's thigh full of coquettishness and a bit of charm. This is the number of times I pay in installments. Each time I pay a part. I will clearly write down each amount. Is brother Lin Sin satisfied? Cha-Cha lightly touched his lips and looked towards Lin Sin and said. Lin Sin responded to her. He was also quite satisfied with this. Thank you. Episode 1. The scene changed to the Karaton Hotel. Hello everyone, I've arrived in Yanjiang City. I didn't expect Mr. Keon to not say 2 words. The gift of a car to me was really touching. Cha-Cha stood in front of the supercar and live streamed. Many comments quickly appeared on the screen, most of which seemed to recognize the appearance of the Ferrari LF. The crowd discussed the value of the car. Some guessed more than 2 million. Some more knowledgeable said the car must be at least 30 million. Some other comments were curious about the relationship between the two. Some speculating whether Mr. Keon intends to support Cha-Cha. There are many comments refuting the idea because they believe that Cha-Cha is not someone who can be supported by tens of millions. At least 1 billion. The comment section became noisy because of this incident. While Cha-Cha was sitting in the car live streaming. On the other side, Lin Sin was talking to a man wearing a grey vest who seemed quite old. He also extremely respectful to Lin Sin, smiling and saying, Mr. Keon, it's like this. In Yanjiang City there is a group of rich people. Inside are all number 1 and number 2 rich people. They are all very hopeful. I hope to get to know Mr. Keon. You see. Okay, drag me into the group. Lin Sin immediately agreed, making him very happy and quickly thanked Mr. Keon for being so respectful. Lin Sin's pants pocket suddenly made a sound. It was you getting a call. Hello, Lao Li, you opened your mouth. The person named Lao Li immediately said. Lin Sin, I just received the news. Our high school class is holding a class reunion on tomorrow. Just in time in Yanjiang City. Aren't you also studying at university in Yanjiang City? Will you come? Lin Sin immediately agreed to come because he had nothing to do anyway. Heard that Chia Yu Xuan is studying literature at Yanjiang University, and will also go to the class reunion. Lao Li announced. Lin Sin over here, the image of a beautiful girl with blue hair but he looked very cold and thought. Even though we were classmates in high school, the two of us basically didn't talk. We only knew that her family was very rich. Thinking about it, he agreed with Lao Li that he would definitely come to class reunion. The next morning, Lin Sin and his little blue electric donkey drove to a high-rise building. He thought to himself, this is the 5-star Humiliating hotel. It's so luxurious. In front of the building there was a group of people. The guy in the red shirt seemed to recognize him and said hello. He also recognized him and asked, "Hey, Lao Li, Xiao Zhang, where did you park?" Lao Li answered. He said, he didn't know because he was on a high-speed train to arrive. Lin Sin sat on his electric donkey and revved the engine. The car made a sound indicating the approaching destination. Sure enough, not only did the car not work, but then the car also emitted a black smoke that made him startled and scream. Damn it, why is it broken? He immediately remembered the scene last night. Mr. Zhao had just lifted his car off the roof of the luxury car and said, being able to carry Mr. University student. Really humble, looking forward to having the opportunity to do business with Mr. Kian. There is also Cha Cha. Before saying goodbye, she drove a Ferrari and told him she was busy because tomorrow she has to go take photos. When she's free, she'll come find him to hang out. Thinking back a bit, Lin Sin gritted his teeth and realized that Mr. Zhao was definitely not paying attention and damaged it last night when Mr. Zhao unloaded the car. So he had to make him compensate. Lao Li next to him heard what he said. Silently guessed, Mr. Zhao, probably a porter named Mr. Zhao. Suddenly, a young man in a black shirt wearing glasses who looked quite cool drove a luxury car with the same color as his shirt. He also said hello, guys, long time ago, then no see. Brother Lian, long time no see. Everyone around is quite excited about this new character appearing. His name is Peng Billion. He also looks like he has money. He arrogantly took off his glasses and curled his mouth. Smiled and asked, Lin Sin, is the car broken? Yes, probably last night. Before Lin Sin could speak, this guy burst out laughing. He interrupted, my bad, I forgot the Humiliating hotel doesn't have parking for electric cars. When I chose the location I didn't taking into account that my classmates will take the tram. I will pay more attention next time. After laughing, he arrogantly threw his car key to the security guard. That person grabbed the key and said hello. Welcome, Xiao Peng. Peng Billion became the subject of flattery around him. Xiao Zhang saw that, immediately asked admiringly, Brother Lian, is this Porsche worth several million? The woman with purple straight hair said he was ignorant, then introduced to Xiao Zhang that this is the luxury Humiliating hotel that belongs to him. Brother Lian's family. The above information made Xiao Zhang extremely surprised because he knew Peng Billion had money but did not expect him to be so rich. The cost of building the Humiliating alone was more than 3 billion. Clearly having such money, being so modest, and thinking for Lin Sin. I don't admire anyone, just admire Brother Lian, Xiao Zhang said while laughing. Said while Lin Sin still leisurely took his electric car to look for a parking space. While driving the electric scooter, the phone in Lin Sin's pocket rang again, notifying her of an incoming call. It turned out to be Luo Yaxi calling. She was wearing a cool-looking nightgown to paint her toenails. While clipping it, shoulder phone to talk to Lin Sin. Lin Sin, where are you? Today is Saturday. Do you want to have dinner with me? Not today. I'm going to a class reunion with my high school friends study. Or maybe tomorrow, Lin Sin replied to her, thinking that he only had more than 2.000 on his body right now. He just wanted to have a meal. Tomorrow was fine. These 2 days were not too convenient for me. She warmly replied, if it's not convenient, maybe my aunt will come. Lin Sin speculated that while he was saying something to Luo Yaxi, telling her to pay attention to her health, drink a lot of warm water. Yes, she responded to his words and said that her favorability had increased by 2%. At this time, the system pops up a notification. Luo Yaxi's favorability plus 2% has reached 91%, completing the first phase of the counterattack, spending 11.359.800 gold coins on Luo Yaxi. 10% refund is copyright .135.980 money. Transferred to the boss's personal account, who said drinking a lot of hot water is useless. Not very effective, but the money is still spent too little. Only 1.13 million. Seems like a lot of money spent more money to counterattack. Lin Sin smiled slightly thinking. The notification system has turned on the personal attribute interface. Name Lin Sin, 22 years old. 1 force, 1 agility, 1 physicality, 1 intelligence. Achieve bonus 1 level for all attributes, bonus 1 lucky draw. All of Lin Sin's attributes have now been added to level 2. His body suddenly lit up. He clenched his fists while thinking. It was like warm water spreading all over my body. So comfortable. He smiled and lightly pressed the button in the air while saying that after that, the lucky draw for a miracle prize would appear. Randomly drawn 3 skills. Requires the host to choose one of 3 skills within a limited time. Countdown 7.59.59. Skill level, Appreciation of Cultural Relics. C. Skill level, 5 Whips of Lightning. D level skills, Singing and Dancing Rap. Lin Sin's face darkened when he read the system notification. He shouted, "What the hell are these skills? They basically can't be used every day." Never mind. Go to class reunion before. He wanted to buy a car, but he couldn't spend the money on himself. He scratched his head and thought as he walked towards the hotel. Opening the door, inside was already full of people sitting at the round table. Everyone was dressed beautifully. While gently pulling the empty chair, Lin Sin asked Lao Li, "Chia Yu Xuan hasn't arrived yet?" Peng Billion pulsed, "There are a few girls sitting around. He's laughing at you. What does pain have to do with you?" Lin Sin, "Chia Yu Xuan are beauty queens of the literature department. And your family background is not simple. And you, Chia Yu Xuan's family has a lot of money." Lin Sin Tan asked Lao Li. Lao Li immediately replied, "It's not surprising if you don't know. Her family is a scholarly family with strict family rules. So she is very low-key." The crowd discussed the family background of the girl in question. "I recently learned that the museum in the city was opened by her family." "Wow, isn't that very rich?" someone heard immediately exclaimed. "So Lin Sin and Chia Yu Xuan are not at all from the same class." To be honest, in this city of Yanjiang I only see Brother Billion who has the qualifications to pursue Chia Yu Xuan. The 2 girls next to Peng Billion, the constant flattery made him proud. Lin Sin silently held a glass of red wine and clicked his lips in response to the previous scene. The door opened again. A girl with long blue hair appeared who looked extremely noble and elegant. She gave her a purple flared dress with expensive sparkling jewelry on it. Seeing the person inside, she opened her mouth and apologized for being late, because there was a bit of traffic on the road. Her appearance causing all the men to blush and bewildered while looking at them. Lin Sin silently commented, "As expected of a beauty queen. Even without makeup, she is still so beautiful." The girl's beauty notification system was 94 points. Lin Sin exclaimed that it was amazing. The system gave such a high score. Peng Billion smiled red-faced and quickly invited Chia Yu Xuan to sit next to him. While inviting him, he silently winked at the girls who were accidentally blocking the way because of Chia Yu Xuan's beauty. He gritted his teeth to signal. They moved aside. Meanwhile, Lin Sin waved and smiled at Chia Yu Xuan. "There is still this place here." He pointed to the empty chair next to her. She followed the call and looked towards him. She walked towards as soon as she sat down on the empty chair. She greeted Lin Sin. "Long time no see," she said in a gentle and affectionate tone. "I thought you forgot me." Lin Sin smiled shyly and said, "I still remember everyone's names." "Classmate," she replied gently. Opening the counterattack mission, the system notified the next girl's personal information. Chia Yu Xuan, 22 years old, 1.68 meters tall, 50 kilograms weight, perfect current feeling 0%. Yeah, the first step was successful. Lin Sin thought happily. Chia Yu Xuan sitting next to Lin Sin made all the others both surprised and angry. They silently thought, Lin Sin dares to call a beauty queen to sit next to him. How dare you? Damn, Lin Sin is so bold. On the other side, Peng Billion glared at him with red eyes. He gritted his teeth thinking that someone dared to surpass him. He suddenly called your name. I heard that you had a girlfriend after 3 years in college. Why didn't you bring it to the end? We are all very curious. He arrogantly said, poking fun at Lin Sin's past. You replied leisurely, just broke up the other day. He heard it and quickly shouted. Broke up, pursued for 3 years. No, I saw you wanted to pursue Chia Yu Xuan, that's why you said that. The people around him followed him and mocked you. This kind of lie can only deceive children. Your appearance is too unsightly. Lin Sin originally thought you were an honest person, but did not expect that when he went to college and became a man. They laughed scornfully, and he explained that he was just telling the truth. Chia Yu-shuen next to her didn't react. But at this time her favorability had become -1%. Lin Xin saw the notification about her favorability. He didn't understand why. Peng Billion saw the reaction. The surrounding response was exactly as he wanted. Then he smirked with satisfaction. Being in high spirits, he changed the subject to Chia Yu-shuen. He introduced her, suddenly remembered. Chia Yu-shuen, you seem to be very excited. I'm interested in art and literature. Recently I bought Dafik's Maria painting from a collector. He continued to invite. Do you want to enjoy some? Chia Yu-shuen looked at the Maria painting in the back. True to her hobby, she suddenly felt interested in the painting and immediately left the chair and walked closer to the painting. Peng Billion also left the chair. He walked towards Lin Xin and whispered to him. Knowing clearly, take your identity. You scumbag. Try attracting Chia Yu-shuen's attention again. I can make you even graduate and not be able to find a job in Yanjiang City. After threatening him, he walked towards by Chia Yu-shuen to brag. Chia Yu-shuen, you don't know how much I like this painting. In 2 days, there will be an auction in the city, including a painting of the same blessing angel. The author will be auctioned. Also, he pretends while over here Lin Xin is secretly preparing for some strategy. I didn't expect you to also be interested in Renaissance artists. Can I come a little closer to see? Successfully to learn about her interests. Even though he found these things really boring. Uncle Feng, I'm also interested in Dafik's work. Lin Xin suddenly said loudly to the surprise of 2 people are looking at paintings. Can we watch together? Lin Xin said with a smile. The system now informed that selecting the skill to appreciate literature has been activated. Of course he can, Peng Billion replied arrogantly, silently cursing in his heart. Lin Xin is stupid, taking the initiative to embarrass himself. He originally believed that Lin Xin himself was not qualified to appreciate works of art. While Lin Xin was holding the painting to look at it, Chia Yu-shuen was also a bit surprised, thinking, do you like Dafik as much as I like it? Take a look too. Let us know your unique assessment of this painting. Go. Peng Billion stood next to challenge. That's not right, Lin Xin suddenly said. The system has activated the literary appreciation skill. Dafik's late works all like to use the dyeing method. The opaque glaze mixed with a small amount of pigment and a large amount of parachute oil. Each stroke has a blurred effect. The color of this painting is not correct, because there is so much pigment. In addition, Dafik often likes to hide the lines near the corners of the character's mouth and eyes to achieve a soft, delicate feeling. Lin Xin's eyes seemed to be bright with Google. His mouth quickly read out the details about the author of the painting. That line in this drawing was a bit stiff. Lin Xin commented, surprised and surprised. A little admiration at this guy's understanding of Chia Yu-shuen. Master Peng, it's a pity. This painting of Maria is fake. He bought it, right at the highly simulated painting. Lin Xin's eyes lit up and he spoke firmly. Peng Billion heard it and felt like a bolt of lightning struck him. He couldn't believe what was happening before his eyes. Even though he was shocked, he still had to pretend to be calm on the outside. He tried to provoke him. People outside the profession who were deceived by you like that would probably believe it. But as soon as I looked, I knew if you had learned a few tricks or not. The orthodox wanted to prove himself. He said with a sneer. The people around him also followed him. That's right. Lin, please stop pretending. Are you as professional as Brother Lian? Purple-haired woman questioned. Lao Li also told Lin Xin to be quiet. Lin Xin heard his questioning and did not bother to explain further. Suddenly Chia Yu-shuen suddenly said, wait, I have learned about Dafik's works. Lin Xin is right. This is a high-quality imitation, she said while carefully examining the painting. What? Everyone in the room shouted in unison. Having finished speaking, Chia Yu-shuen looked towards Lin Xin. He also looked towards her. 4 eyes met each other. Was there about to be a spark? Chia Yu-shuen was a little shy and asked Lin Xin, why are you knowing such specialized knowledge? Since I was a child, I was very upset when foreign countries robbed many of our country's cultural treasures. So I learned a lot about enjoying literature and art. My goal is to buy back all the artifacts to return to the country. Lin Xin calmly showed in front of her. I was almost deceived by you. Those antiques can be bought back with money. Peng Billion laughed and teased. Lin Xin just smiled slightly and delicately boasted. As long as there is a certain amount of money, there is nothing that cannot be bought. Having a lot of money to a certain extent. Are you an elementary school student? Everyone else in the room laughed loudly. They simply did not believe that Lin Sin's finances could pay so much. Like that. Thinking you're bragging. When I was a child, I also had such unrealistic dreams. The faces of the people in the room were indescribably shocked. Their heads were full of question marks. Before they could eat or drink anything, they wanted to spit it all out. Saying it's a dream is too far away. This is a goal that I will definitely accomplish. Lin Sin's eyes were full of confidence and affirmation. Peng Billion saw that Chia Yuxuan had returned to the seat next to Lin Sin and was furious. He rolled his eyes until they were red, gritting his teeth until he was about to spit blood. Damn it, Lin Sin, dare to act in front of me. Even want to compete with me for Chia Yuxuan. I will humiliate you, make you understand our distance. He looked at Lin Sin thinking. He seemed to want to strangle Lin Sin. At the end of the conversation, the chef brought up a series of high-class dishes. Truly expensive food. The dish in front of everyone seemed to shine. Wow, so fragrant. Some people exclaimed. I have never eaten such high-class food before. Lao Li held his head and exclaimed. Why are our dishes so different? Xiao Zhang looked at everyone's dishes and compared. I don't understand. Okay, this is a meal without a menu. It's up to the chef to decide what dishes to serve. It's just that this chef used to work in a 3-star Michelin restaurant. His personality is quite special. When cooking, everyone helps. Depending on the mood, Peng Billion lightly tosses his hair and brags. Looks like Lin Sin's luck is not very good. Someone said when they saw the meal on Lin Sin's table it was not a luxury dish but just is a dumpling and a few unattractive looking side dishes. Ah, this is a dumpling. What happened? Xiao Zhang wondered. Is it a culinary molecule? Michelin chefs on the internet are all like to make these dishes. Such as Longyan strawberry or something. Lao Li also tinkered and predicted. Sure enough, ordinary dumplings and mustard greens were not surprising at all. He had already guessed that Peng Billion would cause trouble. Lin Sin didn't say anything. He just thought to himself as he rolled up a piece of dumpling to put in his mouth. Lin Sin, what do you think? Is the dumpling that Michelin chef makes delicious? If it doesn't suit your taste, I'll tell someone to put away the dish so the chef can make another dish for you. But that chef makes a dish that's quite delicate and can't be cooked within an hour or two. Purple-haired woman, following him, he said that if you can eat the food that a Michelin chef cooks, then waiting 2 hours would be worth it. He happily continued. After all, if you don't wait and go to karaoke on an empty stomach, it wouldn't be very good. Right, Peng Billion just seemed to care about Lin Sin. In reality he just wanted to taunt him. The woman heard him say that he was going to karaoke soon and was so excited. Having finished bragging, he looked over to Lin Sin's side just waiting, seeing his reaction became ugly. However, what he saw was Lin Sin and Chia Yuxuan talking. Laughing and talking to each other, making him gasp in frustration. The patterns on both sides of the nose of the face. The gold mask is both beautiful and has the function of removing the folds of the mask. The wisdom of the ancients always makes me admire. Lin Sin continues to demonstrate her understanding to the admiration of Chia Yuxuan while listening. She increased her liking for him by 2%. Smiling while responding, I felt that his specialized knowledge had almost caught up with my teacher. This time, when I have a chance, I will invite you to enjoy it with me. I invite you. Damn it, Peng Billion felt like a clown when he heard it. Because just now he used all his heart and soul to mock him. But it didn't work, so his goddess even invited him to meet again next time. President Chen invited you to join the group, Yan Jiang Prince's daughter. Lin Sin's phone notified. Lin Sin saw and remembered that President Chen invited her to join the group Yan Jiang Food to die last night. The group currently has 23 members. The message screen announced, too poor to have money, to join the chat group. This made many people in the group excited and texted continuously. Golden Boy said, damn, it's Mr. Kian. President Chen actually brought Mr. Kian into the chat group. The others half believed and half expectedly asked if they had confirmed their identity. President Chen immediately spoke up to assure him. The person who just joined the group was Mr. Kian. The store's price is real because last night he gave Cha Cha a supercar. Lin Sin looked at the messages and thought, is it good to send a gift to meet you just now? The counterattack money can't be used on men. Just find a girl. This person seems okay. It's her. Lin Sin silently made a decision as she pressed the button on the phone screen. The message saying, "Too poor to have money," was sent to a smiling Yan Bao, 1888,000. At the same time his message arrived with the content, "WX couldn't send big red envelopes. I transferred money to a random person. Here was to invite everyone to drink tea." Lin Sin spoke up. The girl who received the money quickly thanked Mr. Qian, while Yan Jiang exclaimed that this was equivalent to half of her pocket money for half a year. Yet just to invite everyone to drink tea. Shu Emperor replied, "This is Mr. Qian. Real product, real price. Who dares to doubt? The account is just an airplane seller who apologized profusely for daring to doubt unexpectedly questioned Mr. Qian. Some of the remaining people kept texting to thank Mr. Qian for inviting him to tea. Account, high profile. Prince, sent a text message inviting Mr. Qian. "Do you want to come hang out at Maladen?" Account, too poor to have money, replied. "You are in Maladen." The account, Wealth Ad Wealth Insurance Seek, said, "Coincidentally, I am also nearby. Wanted to come to see Mr. Qian's demeanor." Accounts when other people saw the news. They were also excited and wanted to go to the Maladen to celebrate. Lin Sin texted back, agreeing and saying that the more people there are, the more exciting it will be. Account, high profile. Prince, private messaged Lin Sin and said, "Mr. Qian, I am the Grand Master of Maladen. Peng Billion. Today Mr. Qian's expenses at Maladen. I will cover all. Mr. Qian can take whatever he wants." He texted and smiled as if he was about to achieve a goal. Some scheme. "Too poor to have money," replied. "That's not very good." Lin Sin looked at the message screen and smiled, thinking, isn't this too much of a coincidence? Account, high profile. Prince, continued texting. "Mr. Qian doesn't need to be polite. I also have nothing but hospitality." Peng Billion texted while looking at Lin Sin and smirked, thinking he was dead. Lin Sin. "I have met a powerful rich man. Even more, I have many broader relationships. But you wait until the rich people come. I will casually complain a few words. Then this is his plot." A dream image appeared in his mind. He invited a person named Mr. Qian and a group of rich people to drink. The imaginary Mr. again. It's nothing but a lower-class high school friend with no eyes or brains. Frowning at me. It continues to be an image in my imagination, in which a person named Mr. Qian captured living Lin Sin had just threatened that he would not let him stay in Yanjiang City anymore. The remaining rich people in Peng Billion's imagination also excitedly scolded Lin Sin for daring to offend young Master Peng. They will tell the HR company to completely kill a person named Lin Sin. Associating with Mr. Qian. Trample Lin Sin underfoot. Show off a wave of relationships. Kill 3 birds with 1 stone. I'm too smart with that in mind. Peng Billion was secretly proud of his seemingly perfect plan. He opened his hands and said loudly that everyone is almost done eating. "Right, go take everyone to the theater room on the top floor. I made an appointment to meet a few of the top rich people in Yanjiang City, so that everyone could meet a little bit of the upper class." When the people in the room heard that, they excitedly said that Brother Lian's connections were really beneficial. In the glorious golden lobby, a bar space with shimmering purple lights appeared. Everyone was currently sitting on a long red sofa that looked very luxurious. Peng Billion shook hands with someone. Tall man wearing a brown vest that looked very expensive. The man also greeted the first meeting and complimented young Master Peng for looking so young. Peng Billion smiled back and asked about Shudi's business. The greeting scene, the seeming closeness just made his group of high school classmates praise and exclaim because they felt that Brother Lian was handsome but clearly not in the same world as them. Xiao Zhang excitedly announced, "Brother Lian, but he took us to get acquainted with the rich man. Later I will go with Brother Lian." Peng Billion quickly introduced the person named Shudi to Chia Yu Xuan. He told her this was Mr. Xu, the owner of the estate #1 product Yanjiang, and at the same time introduced her as Chia Yu Xuan, the golden daughter of the Chia family. Mr. Xu saw the beauty and immediately spoke up to greet her warmly. It turns out, Chia family, acquainted with her father. Miss Chia held a glass of wine and gently smiled in response to Mr. Xu's greeting. He had long heard that miss her graceful beauty. This side there is a waiter quietly whispering young Master Peng. "Bother you. Your classmate wants to order a bottle of Oloroso sherry wine. I'm not sure if I should give it for him," the waiter said, pointing at Lin Sin who was waiting at the bar. Lin Sin, Do you want to order Oloroso sherry wine? Peng Billion heard it with wide eyes and asked again. His friends around everyone around was also surprised by this incident. Lin Sin is crazy. This wine costs thousands of dollars. Brother Lian sees us as old classmates. Invites everyone to dinner. Sings karaoke. You don't either. Shouldn't you take advantage of the opportunity to order such expensive wine? Some people criticized it. It's probably just a misunderstanding. Lin Sin didn't know this wine was so expensive. Lao Li will tell you for you. Yes, that's what sherry or something. It's okay, someone invited me. Lin Sin smiled lightly in response to the group's words. Really, it turns out Lin Sin also knows rich people. So let's open it. Peng Billion thought this was a good opportunity to completely dethrone Lin Sin. He said while laughing with a sly face. Pong, the cap of the expensive wine bottle was opened. People around began to discuss, wondering how Lin Sin could know such a rich person. Some people were curious about the price of Lin Sin. Wine bottle. Lin Sin. A bottle of Oloroso cherry wine costs 25,000. It's already been opened. It's too late for you to regret it now. Peng Billion stuck out his tongue, picked up the bottle of wine and said loudly in Lin Sin's face. If your great friend, your family can't pay this money, you have to pay even if you go to Tae-sun to dig coal. But my uncle is a coal mine boss. He can help you arrange a position. He threatened with a rude tone. The size just mocked. But Lin Sin just listened silently. Lin Sin was disappointed and thought that the longer the wine name, the more expensive the wine. Thinking and scratching his head in agreement. He really didn't know anything about wine. You were really handsome when you got dressed. I hope in the future when you pay you won't be so pathetic. Peng Billion said arrogantly. In his heart he must also believe that in the near future Lin Sin will definitely meet with disaster. Everyone are all gathered. Isn't it, mister? He is in the glorious Golden Hall. Peng Billion was surprised to hear that. Is he here? As soon as he finished speaking, the door opened. A man was about to enter. It's President Chen. Are you here? Looks like I'm here, at the latest. President Chen greeted everyone in the room. Someone in the group spoke up. President Chen also arrived. Only Mr. Qian remained. Peng Billion was about to extend his hand to shake hands with President Chen. But he swiped past him and quickly ran back in another direction. President Chen warmly held Lin Sin's hand with both hands. Smiled and shyly said, Mr. Qian, I'm late. Sorry, turns out you were already here. I've made Mr. Qian wait for a long time. I'm really going to punish myself with 3 cups. Money. President Chen's words made the people in the room so stunned that they didn't know how to react. At this moment, Mr. Xu just started to react. He shouted loudly, Mr. Qian. You are Mr. Qian. Lin Sin is Mr. Qian. Someone shouted. The only person in the room who remained calm was Chia Yu Xuan. Because she was the type of person who did not watch bullshit news. Peng Billion was struck by lightning again. He stammered what to say. No, that's impossible. He tried to deny the truth that was happening before his eyes. Yes, it's me. Lin, please confirm with a smile on your lips. Simple words but enough to cause great power to many people. Mr. Qian is so young, handsome and polite, also very handsome. Does Mr. Qian have a girlfriend? Let me introduce you to my little sister. The people in the chat group were now able to react. They began to surround Lin Sin, smiling and speaking very warmly. The group of high school classmates with him were equally surprised to see this. Is Lin Sin really that rich? The pink-haired woman was suspicious, feeling like a group of rich people were surrounding him to flatter him. Xiao Zhang exclaimed, the attitude just now towards Brother Lian is completely different. Lao Li compares. Impossible. I don't know what tricks Lin Sin pulled. You all have been fooled. I know Lin Sin's parents are just workers, hired worker. He's just a poor, tattered person. Absolutely can't be Mr. Qian. Peng Billion said occasionally, pointing at Lin Sin and talking nonsense. Peng, you immediately shut your mouth for me. You are the most trash in the Yanjiang Prince daughter group. President Chen shouted back at him. He started to criticize. His academic performance is the lowest. His ability is at the bottom. Every month except for spending hundreds of thousands of money from his parents. He doesn't know how to do anything, and has never been successful in investing, he said, making Peng Billion's whole body feel like he was shot and seemed like he was about to be unable to stand firmer. The stocks were all at a loss, not earning a cent. It was really embarrassing for our group. he said. The people in the chat group listened silently, while the group of high school friends who used to be very supportive for him. He was extremely surprised by the recent information. Lin Sin sat there just leisurely sipping a glass of wine. Originally, he didn't need to take revenge on anyone because President Chen did it for him. He continued to scold him. Peng Billion mine, you still dare to scold Mr. Qian. Mr. Qian is someone you can insult. Kick him out of the Yan Jiang Prince Daughter group. A person in the chat group suggested. Don't, me, I. Peng Billion panicked and tried to explain the situation to myself. Now he no longer looked cool but looked like a wet mouse. Lin Sin only then stood up and spoke up like a victim. Main object. Okay, didn't young Master Peng say that it covers all my expenses today? Bartender, make the most expensive wine. For everyone in the hall. Drink until satisfied. You holding the wine glass high in his hand. Everyone around in unison praised the generous Mr. Qian. Damn it, Peng Billion realized that his fate was bleak and hopeless. His tears flowed like a river. He doubled over and lay down on the floor, silently cursing.